Hey, what's up guys? Penguin Logic here with a new video. I hope you enjoy this one. It's comparing two great playmakers, really exciting. I hope that intro showed just how exciting they are. They both revolutionized their sport with their incredible speed at their playmaking position. It's not often that you see a quarterback that can run like that, and it's not often that we get 10s in rugby that play like Beauden Barrett. So that's the reason for comparing these two. It goes back to my positions video. If you watched it, quarterback and 10, they're the key playmaking guys in the both respective sports. So let's get to it. If we look at Bodie, he's obviously a little bit younger. He's still playing. Michael's obviously retired. They both have brothers that have made the NFL or the All Blacks. Scott and Geordie are both very good in their own right. I really like Scott, and they're both very popular. Bodie, 422,000, that's the most by a current All Black, I believe. If we look at the history of Michael Vick, he was a high school sensation, as most of these guys are. This is 2000? No, late 90s, and he's tearing it up. He actually looks slower there than he did when he made the pros. So here's some crazy high school footage. This was in Virginia, and he was highly recruited out of college and joined Virginia Tech, which is a pretty prestigious program. If we watch him here, now you can see the wheels coming to light. I like how he played with number 7, that's cool for sure. And there you see a quarterback with this kind of elusive running style. That's really the key, the elusive running, the scrambling, but the high pace of it. He just evades tackles with his quick feet. That's the real key in this highlight, in this comparison, is the quick feet and the ability to really make plays. His stats are very, very unique in the sense that in his 2002 season, he was putting up 770 rushing yards. Here he is on his draft day. He, of course, went number 1 overall, so highly touted, and was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons. And here's his first game against San Francisco in 2001, and this is his debut, and look at him. So he had the highest ever recorded 40-yard dash for a quarterback, and I believe that record remains to today. He did the 40 in 4.3, and of course he has a huge impact in Madden to this day. This is a 2019 card rated 99 overall. And here's a card from last year's Madden with his scramble at 99. Let's take a look at Bodie. Now, Bodie's career was quite different. This is Francis Douglas, where he went. He made the under-20s early on at 15. There he is, looking very young. But he didn't really have quite the same impact from an early on. What Bodie did, and look at this ridiculous try from the All Blacks. This is 2013 when Bodie made the All Blacks. He's actually made more of a name of himself at the top level. And it was because he had this crazy knack of having this sort of golden touch, this golden boy touch. Here he is, and the bounce, yeah, it's going to sit up for him all right. Here's probably the best game in the last 10 years against South Africa. We needed that try to win the Rugby Championship, and you get this same game, amazing game. And what chances do you have Bodie here? What chances do you have there? Oh yeah, maybe 50-50. Willie LaRue's away though, surely in this next frame. Oh, come on, there's no way that Bodie's going to get him from there. Did he get him? What do you think? Of course he got him. Yeah, he got him. Their line on the line is out. So yeah, Bodie really made a name for himself. Here's another just golden moment. 2015 World Cup. the cup is, we're 10 points ahead and Aussie's going to the line. Mitchell spills it and Ben Smith puts in the kick, and here's Beauden just on the spot, golden boy touch. That's the final try of the World Cup final. And since then, it's just been this crazy golden run. He's won back-to-back Player of the Years. He's taken the 10 jersey and made it his own. And ever since, it's just been like that. So he unlike Vick, who sort of, went to that American system of being the best at college to get into the NFL and then made it, Beauden really sort of got to the top and then really did huge leaps from that stage on, which is, quite a different career arc. But, they both really bring the same characteristic of that timing and scrambling and ability to make the game worth watching. Look at Vick go. They both have that knack, timing, scrambling. They make it look so much like they have just infinite amounts of time because of their pace. I haven't seen anyone play the quarterback position like Michael Vick. Not saying that I'm an expert, but we have guys like Robert Griffin that have come in, and there's a real temptation to get the next Michael Vick, but the fact is that he's just that unique. He's not replaceable because there's never been anyone like him, and the guy that gets a lot of rushing touchdowns nowadays is completely different to him. Build-wise, Cam Newton, he's recently broken his rushing record for a number of touchdowns, but he doesn't play like this. This is Vick. It's just so nice on the eye. It's just the timing. Here's more golden boy touch. This was an amazing game in Dunedin. That was the try to win the game, and of course Beauden's there. Here's Vick just deceiving that defense. Watch what he did to buy himself time at the top of the screen. Yeah, just fooled the defense and backed himself. Here's Beauden scoring his 4th try of the game. Just brutal pace. And it's the type of pace that creates the gap as you watch. The gap's probably not there, unless you have that pace. Absolutely, without a doubt. But as a viewer, it's great to watch. It looks easy, and when something looks easy, you know that it's done really well. So here's Vick. Look at him just go, just carving up. And Beauden had just the same pace, and the playmaker position can often be very boring, can be probably some of the worst athletes in terms of athletic ability, because you generally take their smarts or their feel for the game over their athletic ability, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Here's Beauden scoring an amazing try. This and 10s in the past, you can often get away with a guy that just kicks the ball well. Since the development of the modern game, more is expected of 10s, so you do have more playmaking, but a lot of 10s have a very boring running game. Here's a very famous touchdown in overtime that Vick scored back in 2002, an MVP nominated season. Both are great short and close plays to the line, which is a real feature. Here's Bodie with his strength. He can bully us. He can bully us a halfback out of there. And here's Vick. He'll find the space, use his strength as well. So yeah, both very, very good. And here's Bodie, finds that gap and he's away. Both very good at finding the goal line, which, you know, takes a bit of selfishness, which is probably another reason we don't see many of this. A lot of teams don't want to deal with a quarterback that, you know, runs heaps. He doesn't throw to his wide receivers. Vick's numbers weren't great, and neither are Bodie's. You know, some of the traditional stuff like goal kicking, or, you know, some of the decision making is always questioned with these guys. They don't always come with the, you know, this perfect, you know, image of you know, always making the right conservative decision. They often, here's a crazy game by the way of Michael Vick. Bodie and Vick, you know, sometimes they probably don't make the right decision because they play a riskier style. So Vick in this game it's like a fantasy gold mine of 6 touchdowns and 413 total yards. Look at these touchdowns, like insane touchdowns. But that's what else you're gonna get. You're gonna get crazy performances that no one's ever seen from the likes of Vick and Beauden. But at the same time, you know, as much as they bring a lot to the table, they're gonna maybe take some away. But that's all right. Who wants to watch the same old rugby and the same old gridiron forever? You want to watch these guys. You tune in to watch what attacking players can do, because if you watch the game for defense, you're gonna be disappointed a little bit. You know, I like defense, I love it, but you want to see the creativity and skill like that these players come, when they come, you know, you want to see them do their thing, and you don't want too much coaching. So yeah, there's Vick go. You know, you don't want necessarily all the right plays. You want a bit of spark and creativity in there. It gives me the jips, you know, as an All Black, as supporter in the World Cup. Yeah, here's Bodie. He's got the creativity. So I was going to show these clips of kicking, because obviously we can't pass forward in rugby, but you can kick forward. So Bodie's really incorporated that into his game. He passes via kicking a lot. And Vick's always had a great arm, very strong arm, and he's a lefty too, which is kind of cool. His accuracy though wouldn't, you know, would suffer in today's gen, but probably was alright back in the day. Today's a passing game of the NFL, but some of these throws are ridiculous. Look at that throw. Huh. So yeah, very powerful arm. Bodie can kick him behind you and make you pay if you rush up. Yeah, he loves to find the outside receiver, which is cool. Probably more than any other 10, because people are cutting down the space that the All Blacks have. So yeah, he can really create. Here he is creating against Wales and Wellington for Benny Smith, and he's away, the accountant, and setting up for his brother in the corner, Geordie. Big man, Geordie. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you kind of see where I'm coming from. So yeah, please like and subscribe. I've got more videos coming. If you have an idea for a video, please chuck it down. I'm looking for ideas all the time. And yeah,